Okay, for this haul we're going to be starting off with the Emax Baby Hawk, and I know this thing has been reviewed to death, so if there's any burning questions out there on this guy, let me know in the comments below. Let's take a quick look at it. Okay, so the version I have is the plug-in, not the plug-and play, yeah, the plug-and play, not the bind and fly. The bind and fly comes with a FrSky receiver. This one has no receiver at all. And I've heard of some quality control issues with this guy. We'll have to find out when I review, but I can already see that the femto here is just kind of floating around. I don't know if you guys can see that. I know that they mentioned that they should be soft mounting this flight controller, but this is like pretty much ready to fall out of here. So let's see how that does. I think these 3 pins are for the receiver. Anyway, I'll have a full review. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll address those in the review. Okay, so we got the new Eachine VR D2 Pro goggles. Let's get them out of the box, take a look at them. Got some instructions. So you got 2 different size of foam thickness here. Power supply. Here's the battery pack. Looks like a 2-cell lithium ion. Those 18650 batteries. 2020 milliamps, and you get a circular polarized antenna and a patch antenna, and these are both RP SMA, and they give you a couple extra things of felt here, probably for additional comfort. Okay, just a quick look, diversity antennas here. This comes with the DVR. You got a little LED display, and you got your buttons here for making your setting changes. Looks like the Fresnel lens is adjustable in this one, slides, and obviously you have to put your own foam on here. I think the battery plugs in here, barrel connector, and there's a little slot in the back. And there's a look at the lens, and looks like there's a little bit of a plastic coating on there. I have to peel that off with that later. And I'll obviously have a full review on my channel pretty soon of this. Okay, next up we got these DYS motors, and these are the 1102 10,000 kV motors. They finally sent me a set of 4 instead of just 1. Anyway, here's a quick look at it. It's got pretty long motor wires, and yeah, it's a small motor. Probably going to put this on a 2-inch build with some 2-inch props. I'm not sure yet, but this will be coming out pretty soon because I got some we got a lot of parts that I got to be putting into a frame pretty soon here, so be on the lookout for this. Okay, so we got some of the new Emax Pagoda antennas, and these have the SMA connector. This is the shorter version, so it's right-hand circular polarized and 50 millimeters. The 80 millimeters are out of stock. I think that's the more popular one. These shorter ones seem to be a little bit less popular. Looks like they're using the same box that they ship their 2205 motors in. But it's a pretty good price for these. It's like 15 bucks for 2 of them. So, and I've heard this is a really good antenna, so definitely would consider this. And it's got some protection here for the different plates. So I'll do some performance tests with these, and we'll see how they do. Okay, this is a, I think this is an all-in-one camera from Furibee. And this comes with a linear whip antenna here, which I like because I tend to get rid of the circular ones anyway. And this looks a lot like the all-in-one camera from Eachine. Let me see, let me grab that here. Now here on the left here is the one from Eachine. But that one comes with a circular polarized antenna. You can see here on the boards look exactly the same. You have a little 4-pin connector here, but they have bare wires on this one. You have a whip antenna here and a circular polarized antenna there. The same buttons on the boards there. They look exactly the same. And here's a view from the front. And looks like they've got some whiteout on where it says HC48D. But yeah, these look like they're copies of each other, just a little bit different builds. And actually, under the whiteout, I can see that it says HC48D. So yeah, I think these are the same cameras. Except now I'm seeing one difference here. I am seeing one small difference here, and there's two capacitors on the bottom right of the board here, but over here on the eSheen it says CM275 right there. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's gonna come out. Let me see if I can get this to macro focus. Yeah, right there it says CM275. Okay, got another micro frame here. This is the AR-Fun 90 frame. I think this is a 3mm frame, so this is got thinner arms, but it's also thicker, so it should be pretty durable and crashes. Yeah, not sure what I'm going to be building on this. Probably, again, the Furry parts. Yeah, probably put that Furry flight controller and camera on this one. So this is kind of similar to the Chopstick, but it's for 2-inch props, not 2.5-inch props. So we'll have a build on this pretty soon as well. Okay, just got in the Foxeer Nightwolf V2. It's another CCD camera, but it's for very low light. And you can see here it's for 0.0001 lux. So it's going to be similar to the Runcam Owl or the Owl 2. That's probably for night flying. So, okay, so here's a quick look at it, and just like with all the other recent Foxeer cameras that have come out, like the Aero V2 and the Monster V2, got the metal case here. It's now no longer plastic, and on the back here it looks like this one has the voltage sensor and the on-screen OSD, and this one also has audio capability, so probably a microphone port here somewhere, but I don't see that. I don't see a microphone port anywhere on the case, but it does look like there is audio in right there. So yeah, it looks like this one has not only the night low light capability, but also has the voltage sensor and OSD as well. So should be interesting to review this. I'll have that on my channel pretty soon. Okay, we got another all-in-one flight controller ESC combo. It's the Omnibus F4, Flytower F4. So this is a full-size 30x30 ESC flight controller combo. It's a little bit different than some of the other ones I've been getting. This is a 40 amp 4-in-1 ESC, and the flight controller is an F4 based flight controller, and it has a built-in video transmitter, which is power switchable and has also a micro SD card here on the bottom. So yeah, it looks like you have to put together some standoffs or whatever, but I'll have a full review on this on my channel pretty soon, and I'm not sure what I'm going to be putting it in, but probably something pretty nice. This is a pretty nice setup. Okay, I got some budget goggles here, the eSheen VR007 Pros. I never had the original VR007, so I don't know what those were like. But they have a 4.3-inch screen, so let me get it out of the box and let's take a look at it. Okay, so not a whole lot in the box. It's pretty small, pretty light. Got some buttons here, power input here. You got looks like a 1S battery, 1600 milliamp hour, 3.7 volt with a barrel connector. And just get a regular linear antenna, so probably won't be using this. It's probably better to use a circular polarized antenna and get a head strap. This is very basic here, so I think this is like 40 bucks. And yeah, if you're on a budget and looking for some goggles, this might not be a bad choice. I'll obviously do a review and we'll take a closer look at this a little bit later, but I've been hearing good things about this, so we'll have to see how they perform. Okay, we've got another bind and fly micro here. It's the Lanteon 90L, and it comes with a FrSky receiver. Now, I think Banggood did something kind of unusual with this model. They first came out with it on their store with calling it the Lanteon 90L, and actually that's what this frame is. It's the Lanteon 90L frame. But they took it off the store for a little while, and then it came back out as the XFX90. And for whatever reason, I thought they had canceled this order and were going to send me the other one, but in fact, turns out they sent me this anyway. and they actually then took this off the store, and then they came out with the XFX, which is a little bit different. I think that has an XT30 connector, some different motors, different flight controller setup and ESC setup. This one is 10 amp ESCs, and the other one has 12 amp ESCs, but I'm also getting that as well. But since I got this, I might as well show you as another micro example. This is a pretty nice frame. I think it's like a 2mm frame, and it's got some Lantian branded 1104 7500 kV motors. See if I can get that to focus. So these are the motors there, 1104 7500 kV. Yeah, I'll do a review on this. I think that probably will wait till I get the other one and I'll do a side-by-side comparison. I don't think they changed a whole lot, but I think they designed it so that this can run on 2S where the other one can also run 2S and 3S. So that's probably the main difference in why they switched it out. Okay, I picked up another frame here. This is for 2-inch propellers. It's called the ELF 88 or the X2 ELF 88, and it's just a kit. Bottom plate, top plate. You get some nylon standoffs, some screws, some rubber bands. Pretty basic. I think this was like $7. I think this is a 2mm plate, and the reason I got this is because as you all know, the Aurora 100 has a pretty weak frame, 1.5mm arms, but they got all these holes in the arms. So one of my crashes, the arm snapped here at the end where the motor was. So I'm going to be putting those parts into this, and I think this is going to be a much stronger frame. I can already tell it's a lot stronger than that Aurora 100 frame, which was pretty flimsy. So if you guys have broken your Aurora 100 frame, this is not a bad choice. It's even cheaper than the replacement Aurora 100 frame, which was like $10. This is like $7, so definitely worth getting this one. So I got some more batteries here, and you can see I got 6 of them, and for whatever reason it requires a lot of packaging. These are just some 2S batteries. Let me pull them out really quick. Okay, got them all out of the packaging here. These are just Tattu 650 2S batteries, 75C, and they have an XT30 connector. So I'm going to be doing a lot of battery testing because in the coming weeks, because I'm having a lot of issues with the bigger motors drawing too much power and killing my flight times. So I'm going to a little heavier batteries with higher C ratings. So I'm looking for higher quality batteries. If you guys know of even better batteries than this, let me know in the comments. I heard this one's pretty good, so I picked up a few of these, but I'm also getting some 550 GNB batteries, and also looking at some Lumineer 500s, because these 1105 and 1106 motors that I'm going to be trying out, they're going to be drawing a lot more power and killing the batteries and dropping and sagging the voltage, where basically you got problems where it starts flying kind of funny because the ESCs are drawing too much voltage. So definitely looking for better batteries. Hopefully this will cure my problems. Looks like it's the right size and hopefully the right weight. I'll have a review on this later.